It's that magic time. At this point, the backpack is ready. At this point, the healing sovereign, the clarity is there. At this point, the grunt is here. We see the opportunity present itself. And the purge. Oh no. Oh no. The humanity. Hello everyone and welcome to another Nick Oldhead video. You know, I'm pretty sure we got some quick games. We got some good games. And we got some weird games today, so let's see if we can go through them. This is an orc versus orc game. And if you see by the match counter here, by the time, you already see that this is going to be a pretty quick game, right? So let's see how things go here. I'm going for the Blade Master. And my opponent is also going for Blade Master, but you notice mine is about 2 seconds faster. So just a little optimization thing. You know, I was once overheard the explanation that orc players are obsessed with their build like mechanics. You know, we're always trying to optimize one. Oh, speaking of optimize, extra peon on gold there. Glad I fixed that. But you know, an orc player is always trying to optimize. So getting your Blade Master out a second earlier, that definitely matters. And we're going to see why here, right? So let's just see why the optimization matters. Now, you notice that my opponent's build is seemingly way different. You have that grunt way earlier than mine. And instead, I go for the voodoo lounge early. So we see, even though my build isn't quite perfect, notes that the voodoo lounge wasn't on time for me to pick up the salve, I am able to get the circlet and a grunt followed by a second grunt on my way towards the opponent. So my opponent is not going for windwalk. They're not going for circlet. So instead, you go for the mirror image. And this is where I just get a lucky, right? I don't even get the jump, but I just decide to start hitting the real blade. And I see that it's taking about the damage a real blade should do, so that's the game plan. And sometimes I think orc versus orc, blade master versus blade master can be like this. I mean, if you're going the build of not having a voodoo lounge early, well, this is what could happen, right? The grunt here allows me to put pressure on the voodoo lounge. You see the writing on the wall. You don't have windwalk. I have windwalk. Yeah, GG. So what a quick way to get ahead there. And really, the only mistake my opponent did, I suppose, is when you're in this scenario, when you're getting crepjack there, you shouldn't just run. You should probably just do damage to my Blade Master at least, right? You really want to be trading, because you know you don't have the voodoo lounge. What are you running to? And I have windwalk. But anyways, so that was a fast game. But this game, you know, this game's a little different. We're going to start from my perspective here. And what is it? Orc versus human. Yeah, orc versus human. Orc is tough lately, I think. I think humans have so many options. I feel as if the first 5 minutes of an orc versus human is so stressful for the orc player. You don't know if you're going to place. You don't know if you're going to be facing against paladin rifles. Excuse me. You don't know if you're going to be facing against archmage. You just don't know. And then the rare times you're facing a mountain king and you come over there with a farseer, and now you got to be afraid again. Militia surrounded. It's the worst. But the archmage is no slouch. Sometimes I'm a little relieved to see the archmage, because then I know I'm not going to be getting any paladin rifle. But my opponent, by the early footman here, we already know it's going for that fast expansion. So it's a good thing that I'm watching this. Like, you know, Nick in the future, when I play Warcraft 3 again, is going to benefit from this, because I have a hard time scouting expansions. I haven't really been scouting expansions much. And I see here that, you know, this is just very standard for the human to do. Instead, I'm just going to get this one creep. I like to just get one creep item there, then head to the human base. That's because you really never know if it's paladin rifle, and sometimes the paladin rifle player is late and their hero is not even there, and you can't even harass. So I prefer to just go straight for the item, kind of hedge your bets. So let's take a look at my scouting. I don't see any of this. And this is going to be a running theme. It's a running theme, right? We're all trying to get better in these parts. Oh, wait, let me help out. All right, let me move my camera there. So we go for some harassment. And this should be enough. I should be able to see this and already know my opponent has expanded, because I see the Periat. I see you don't have many lumber peasants, right? So like, what's missing from my opponent's, like warband here? Because I've I'm attacking. My opponent's not attacking, still has the town hall. So I don't think I'm processing these things. If I were, I would just go straight up to the expansion, right? But I'm not. I'm not going to the expansion. Instead, I creep. So, to me, this is a lack of long-term thinking in the short term. Does that make sense? Like, my short-term thinking is good. My map thinking is good. Oh, yeah, look, I'm next to some creeps. Might as well creep. No, the headhunters aren't getting in. But, like, I scouted my opponent. I'm seeing this information. I'm seeing the Periat. And unfortunately, I'm not getting that. Oh, come on. Do I get a deny here? Okay, good. You don't get the wolf kill. So I'm just trying to run. Get a little split off here because, hey, we go for the main base. It's undefended. I don't think he gets the kill here. Oh, good. So you don't get the surround, but I am able to get wolves back in the base. So this is, again, should be evidence that my opponent has expanded. There's no teching here, but like, is my brain seeing that? Is my brain looking at it and even comprehending? I'm not sure. But this headhunter is so dead. I wanted to attack the Murloc Flesh Eater here, but no, I didn't get the head in. Yeah. And I also get my Farseer surrounded. Not good. So a little... You see my micro here was being pushed. So I think I correctly TP. Anything later would have lost a headhunter. I must have been in my base. So my opponent now has the expansion up. And like... these 6 footmen, I would gladly fight the footmen versus my army over this expansion. Because, I could probably kill the scout tower in the meantime. And I just think I would get some kills. But unfortunately, I haven't scouted yet. It's just a very one base approach. I'm just assuming that my opponent has one base. It's here. And I'm going to keep attacking it. And here's the thing is, I don't get necessarily punished for it. Because my opponent is expanding so much. My opponent has towered at the expansion. I haven't even looked at that expansion. So it's like, the defensive towers aren't getting anywhere. Notice the rally points there. The rally points on the focus fire. It's important, I think. Because it just lets all of your stray units to keep a focus firing. Just killed lots of footmen here. You can see my experience is quickly outpacing. And, when you lose all the units like that, you just lose out on the ability to DPS. So funny how it turns out not attacking the expansion. Well, it's not bad. I'm killing all of my opponent's units. But what would you do here? You would stay, right? Oh, that's what I'm going to do now, too. At this point, wolves aren't going to get a chance to micro out, and I'm just seeing blood. I'm trying to kill as many militia as possible. It's a nice level 2 on the Naga. Level 3 soon is going to be nice. And yeah, we're just trying to focus fire, right? Cool. Getting units. Now I'll go for the watermelon. Really good on my focus fire here, right? Like, not that it's that much pressure. There's no like CCs against me. There's no stuns, no anything. It's just units. But I do like how the focus fire has helped out a lot. Now is the time where you salve that headhunter and the Farseer, right? Yeah, good. So that footman is on me, so I can't quite salve away. But we're trying to still do some damage here, which is nice. Nice. The wolves here are huge. Level 2 wolves are huge. Yeah. I'm okay with staying here, right? Like, I'm... okay, speed scroll, because I just want to not lose my Farseer. Facts. Good. I don't mind the speed scroll there. Because I can get really far away, get the salve in, and now let's just... maybe, should I go for farms? Should I be going for farms right now? No. Going for farms would be pretty immaterial. My opponent's just building a blacksmith, and you've teched now, but look at this. Just so much gold, but so little to do, especially when your Archmage is getting destroyed. You should TP? Yeah, should have definitely TP'd. Interesting. You don't want to TP to the expansion because it scouts the expansion. Interesting. I don't think that was a good move by my opponent. I think the gig is up. I'm going to scout the expansion anyway. Okay, yeah. Now this is funny because I'm just going to follow the footman here if you're going to try to res the Archmage. Arcane Tower getting value. Yeah, follow the Archmage and summon the wolf. So nice additional pressure here. At this point, I know my opponent has an expansion. Oh, the first scout. How did it feel? No, buy the potion. Force that potion. Okay. Now I'm thinking, okay, fine. The game's not over, but it kind of is. Because I just have to stay here and kill everything, right? It's a really good decision to split my units here. I think it's really annoying for my opponent to not be healing. Have to buy another healing potion just to chase me off. And the whole time I'm really able to do damage here freely. Eventually I get a Scroll of Town portal away. Even though this grunt has double salves. No, double salve grunt. This is a decent spot by my opponent, right? Could just attack by me, yeah. Gets a headhunter, unfortunately. But we get the revenge kill. And our army is split. It's the best time. Notice these peasants had to militia at the keep. Couldn't militia at the expansion. And oh, what do you know? Finally. You can just kill the Archmage, right? Yeah, just turn on the Archmage. Oh, that Mountain King. Brutal. Look at the micro here. I think Naga's dead. The Rifleman. It's going to get a Stormbolt, right? Yeah, Stormbolt. So the Naga is dead. Look at this. I'm getting pushed to the brink. Naga is dead, but I get the salves off. Good. So the salves are able to go over. I think a good decision to go with the Chain Lightning there. Just spend all the mana as fast as you can. Wolves still being an MVP. This Archmage still hasn't gotten level 3 yet, which is very nice. And just superior army is winning now. So many weak units. Which unit do you get the heal pot on? Got the... Nice to get the Mountain King there, because now I'm not afraid of bolts. Those two water elementals are problematic, but wolves... I decide that this peon, this peasant deserves to die. And what's my army situation looking like? Witch Doctors, yeah, because I want that master eventually for healing. So my opponent still has 2 bases, and they're still expanding. But I've been, just on the attack for so long. And it continues, right? My opponent needs to be healing right now, maybe an Arcane Sanctum. But we're just kind of making this area in between his bases a nightmare. Now, does the Witch Doctor use the mana yet? No, we just have a Witch Doctor. 10 to 14 damage, not bad. Ooh, the Master Training is coming, but I have a Doctor in front and no food. Horrible. When do I correct this? Let's see. I'm killing... Oh, good. So I do correct it. Master Training happening in 70 seconds. 5 armor grunts plus healing. Pretty good. And at this point, yeah, we're just focusing on
research complete.
Killing the base. Base is killed. It's officially 1 base. I only have units here for a bit, so my opponent wisely comes in for the attack. Stasis Ward helps prevent the Headhunter's death, right? Nice Headhunter micro here, really wasting the opponent's time. But this is bad. I don't like to be chasing here, though. I guess I know my heroes are coming, so I don't mind this.
Research complete.
Yeah, the level 2 Chain Lightning, the Lesser Clarity Potion. Yeah, that's from my backpack. But now that the army's here, as well as the Farseer, it feels like a proper fight. 2 Water Elementals are still doing value. Get the Peon there. Oh, now I get the Master Training. That's good. Healing Ward. Human needs to get rid of Healing Ward. Yes, he does. But at this point, the level 4 Naga is so scary. Level 5 Shadow Wolves, they're invisible. I'm about to cancel all your healing. Shadow Wolves are such a fun skill. You don't often get Farseer level 5, but when you do, your wolves do crits. Oh, come on, how's that Archmage not dead? So close to dead. The Archmage stays alive somehow, and we're out. Nice. Not bad, not bad. Oh, this one's good. This one's good. Okay, guys. So here we'll have a. This one's less. This is a quick game. Quick game. We're gonna go with a quick Night Elf game that works out. And if you know, you know. We're going that barracks first, right? And then we're gonna go see a Night Elf game that doesn't work out. Right? That doesn't work out. Oh no. Yeah, right. One that's not so good. But this one though, grunt first. Look at the build. Once you get this second grunt, that's when backpack should be built. So take a look. So take a look at me now. My altar is built in like 130. That's like important. Because you don't want to build the altar too early. Like, if you are faster on the gold micro in the beginning, you have enough gold to get the grunt early. So let's look at what Swen Phoenix is doing here. Demon Hunter, creeping, Ancient of War. Happens to the best of us. Should be free, right? Should be totally free. But what's happening? This grunt from downtown. So the grunt is scouting. Grunt is scouting. What do we see? What do we see? It's that magic time. At this point, the backpack is ready. At this point, the healing sovereign, the clarity is there. At this point, the grunt is here. We see the opportunity present itself. Now, the situation, Swen Phoenix, do you have experience? No. So you did not get that experience. Neither did me. Looks like the tree did. So Firelord's out. And it's scary, right? This grunt's here, and I'm being a menace. Everyone's trying to get this last hit. And the purge! Oh, no. Oh, no! The humanity! Yeah. How insane is it to get your creep to... Yeah, just leave the game. Tough, right? That's a brutal one. But that's what the grunt does. That's what this early first grunt does against Night Elf, right? It's the ultimate Hail Mary. And I mean, look what happens when I don't play this. Where is it? Look what happens when we don't play this. Alright, when we don't play that build.
Work complete.
We're going Blade Master. We're not doing fun Firelord stuff. I just need to watch this game. Because I need to learn from this game. Don't like how slow the Blade Master was to getting out its stuff, by the way. See, like I had to run back there. Don't like that. That Gloves of Haste should have been on a grunt. But no, I digress. Blade Master come and get the circlet. Way too slow, right? Like just mismanaging the situation. Try to get a fast tech going. Fast tech with a powerful Blade Master. We love this build. Maximum greed. And look at what... We even kind of play this right. We just decide to get the creep and get the item. So we even kind of just play it right. We're fine to take damage because we have salve. Yeah. And look, we even buy Claws of Attack from the marketplace. So I'm loving this game, right? If you're me, look at my blade so early on. Slippers, claws. And this Demon Hunter. I wish I should have had those gloves. Get a dust of appearance now. And look what happens. This is what my opponent does to win the game. So my opponent scouts, sees the no barracks, sees that, parks a little wisp right there, and I'm now killing wisps. I'm doing that annoying thing. Still going for wisps. It's fine. My opponent now sees my greedy tech. Look, sends these two wisps there, and I don't even see it. I'm just scroll speeding, max greeting, trying to waste his Moonwell juice, depleting my blade. Not good, because these two wisps are here, and what does Logan's Son do? You already know. You already know. And this is why, Orc players, if you're going to build your Voodoo Lounge, build it here, right? Because it just makes it so much harder for the Night Elf to do this under your nose. And the Night Elf does this under my nose. The Ancient Protector. I mean, oh, this feels bad. Well played, though, right? Right out of my vision. Right out of my vision. And that's kind of what you want to be doing as Night Elf when you're doing this sort of tower. And now it makes sense why my opponent's fine with this. You see, when I was playing this game, I was thinking, yuck, yuck, this is great. Your Demon Hunter's still level 1, and I have this, like, strong blade, and I'm just wasting your time, and I'm wasting your time, and I'll staff up, teleport out. But then when I see it, look what happens. Oh, no. I say, I'm getting towered. And then I just... I mean, the rest is history. You have to play it cool. I was really trying to bait him here. I wanted him to grab the salve so much so I could just force the TP, you know, the blade attack. I'm like, please grab the salve, please grab the salve. And he doesn't. I can't believe it. I can't believe the patience. Just doesn't do it. I don't think wards helped here. I think I should have just got Hex. Yep. And I decide to go in when they're on the move. Not, you know, I get one snipe here, which I like. Ward should have been maybe a little... Yeah, right? So not bad. Get the snipe. I'm just going to go for the protectors. I feel like if I kill the protectors, everything's going fine. Blade needs to be salving up here. Micro just not there. And oh, this Wisp getting the heal. See, Blade needed to be there. Take care of the Wisp. Nice that the Burrow is getting that. I don't necessarily see that though, so... Yep, Raiders getting that damage in. No, Raiders, just hit. Yeah, just hit. Not enough. The Wisp repair is really beating me here. And now I'm losing another Raider. The Burrows are doing well. But the Shadow Hunter wasn't effective. I just needed Hex. I just needed Hex and just kill the Demon Hunter. Now I can just kill units, but he can just run his units back to the towers. I'm like, this is weird. I have a stronger army, but I can't. I don't have a barrack, so I can't get a Demolisher. Don't have heal waves, so unfortunately the Raiders are low health. I'm finally killing the Wisp, but man, this Blade Master was so low health. I really lose here because my Blade Master was so low health, which didn't allow me to get in the game and kill the Wisp. But now that my opponent's coming back with 4 health Demon Hunter and the 3 Ancient Protectors, it's just not good. And at this point I have 2 low health. Unfortunately don't have enough gold. Hex again could have been doing something, but at this point with my Voodoo Lounge dead, it really is GG. You guys want to see the last desperation attack? This. Alright, so I get the TP, I get the surround, and then can I kill these things? Is this possible? No, too many Wisps. Yeah, GG. Anyways. Right, so let's just avoid all of that. See, let's avoid all of that. Let's just go Firelord, let's just go Grunt, let's just scout early. Let's put the pressure to the Night Elf before any of that happens. That's my goal. That's my game plan. But hey, guys, just want to say thank you. Wait, let's make myself big. Whoa. Whoa. Hey, guys, I want to give yourselves a big shout out if you watch this channel, if you subscribe, if you love Warcraft 3. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Peace.